Hi, everybody. My name is Deborah. I, I got into the business, or I got into the patches when my friend Corrine called. I've known Corrine for about 10 years. We, um, we both have a passion for helping people. My passion is healing. That's my passion. And so Karine told me about the patches, and being the person that I am, I needed to know more about it. I needed to know how it helped people. So she sent me some testimonials. She sent the testimonials for memory loss, cancer, chronic pain, age reversal. Those were all things that I had asked her about. And so I watched the videos, and the one that really got me was the one on memory loss, because my mother has been diagnosed with dementia. So anyway, she was nice enough to send me 5 patches for me to sample. When I got the patches, it just so happened that my back was bothering me, and I started getting these nerve pains going down my leg. So I tried the patch one night, and the next day I took it off, and I said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna save these patches for my mother. So in the meantime, my back was really sore. I started to get pain at my waist, front and back, only on the right side, in the area of my gallbladder, in the back, where my sacrum is, and it was getting really bad. So I said, okay, maybe I need a massage. So I went to get a massage. I got a 2-hour massage, and after the massage, I still had the same. Everything was the same. It didn't help. So I just remember not being able to sleep for 2 whole nights because the pain, the nerve pain is the worst. When it shoots down your leg, and especially from the groin to the inner thigh, it is so painful. I mean, so painful. I couldn't focus on anything. And then I had talked to my sister about it, and she mentioned, oh, do I have a rash? So I looked on my leg, and there was a rash. So that was the first inkling that I might have shingles. And because I do essential oils, I did research, and lucky for me, I had the essential oils that were good for shingles. So I applied it on the rash. And the next day, my daughter-in-law and my son kept saying, Mom, you got to go to the doctor. You got to go to the doctor. So I said, okay, because I was worried that the pain that I had in the front could have been my gallbladder. And I was worried that the pain that I had in the back and the shooting pain that was going down could have been a disc issue. So I went to ER. They diagnosed me as having shingles. They prescribed me an antiviral, and they prescribed me prednisone. And I had heard so many bad things about prednisone from my massage clients. I did the antiviral that night. The next day I called my doctor, the nurse, and I asked the nurse, do I really need to take this? And she said, yes, you need to. So because I was in so much pain and I was so worried about everything, and because I had read that, if you don't take care of your shingles, it can actually affect your organs. And because the area that I was worried about was my gallbladder, I took the medicine. And then 3 days later, I happened to be on a call with Corrine and Beanie. That's when I first met Beanie. And we talked about the shingles. After the call, you know what? I said, okay, Mom, you got to wait. I got to get on these patches. So I went on the patches. Corrine sent me 5 more just to kind of hold me, so I would have them until my order came in. And by the time I finished my meds, I still had the pain. The pain had decreased, but I still had the pain. I still had the sensitivity on the right side of my body, front and back. Which I didn't mention before, but I started to feel like this ball, the size of a tennis ball, right around the area where my gallbladder was. And I don't think it was a physical ball. It just felt like an energy ball. It felt like a blockage, maybe in my intestines. So I was like really worried. And like I said, after the meds, I still felt the pain. I would check every day if it was still there, and eventually the pain decreased, and then little by little the sensitivity in my on my body decreased. And by day 10, after I used all the patches, I'm sorry, by Christmas I still felt some. By New Year's I think it was gone. But after New Year's, I checked my stomach and I could still feel that ball there. And little by little, I guess it went away, because one day I just noticed, oh, everything's gone. Everything's gone. And I've been on the patch since. I've been on the patch since. So one thing I want to mention though, because my stomach was bothering me, it was bloated. I was worried about that feeling of the ball. One morning, and it was when I was wearing patch number 7. Okay. I was just about waking up in the morning, and I remember my stomach was bothering me. So I started massaging my stomach. And then I noticed that um, my left elbow started to click. And I was wondering why is this happening? Because this never happened to me before. And then I fell back to sleep. And then maybe like 5, 10 minutes later, I heard this click on my left side of my jaw. And so I got up, I looked in the mirror, I clenched down, I went like this, and then the placement of my teeth was different. Okay, so here's what happened. About 5 years ago, I had gum surgery in my entire mouth. The surgery lasted 3 hours, so that means my mouth was open for 3 whole hours, and the numbness didn't go away till like 24 hours after, because they had to numb me so much. But anyway, after the surgery, I would wake up in the morning and I would notice that it seemed like I was clenching all night, like my jaws were like locked, and my neck would be so tight. And it got to the point where that was just my norm. And when my jaw clicked that morning, I looked in the mirror, I bit down. The placement of my teeth, my bite was totally different. And it was back to where it was before I had the surgery. So I thought, oh my God, how did this happen? How did this happen? It must be the patches. And you know what? I call it my miracle, because, um, yeah, I got my regular smile back. I can smile better. It didn't affect my eating, but yeah, it's like a miracle. And you know what? I just noticed recently, because Beamy had asked me, what did I notice? Is my neck still like that in the morning? And I wasn't aware, but this morning when I woke up, I noticed that my jaws were not clenched. They were relaxed. And my neck, it's just something that when it gets better, you don't really notice, right? Because
Sometimes that happens, that we're going along, and there's a shift that happens, and sometimes you don't notice, even though you've been living, because you're so used to living with the pain. But
right. So my stomach is way better. It's way, way better. I don't have the indigestion and the stomach issues that I thought I had, because prior to shingles, I thought that maybe I needed to do a colon cleanse, or I needed to go on probiotics, but my stomach is good. Yeah.
that's wonderful. And I know you had wanted to share one quick thing about your mother.
Okay. So um, my mom has more clarity. She
She has
she would,
dementia setting in, correct?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
She has dementia setting in.
Yes. She has more clarity. She used to ask questions twice. It seemed like her brain was foggy, and she would forget where she put things. My mom has only been on the patches. It's going to be 1 month, either today or tomorrow. She has more clarity. She sleeps better. Okay. My mom sleeps at my house every Wednesday, Thursday night. And when she first started in mid-December, she would wake up about 2, 3 times in the night, sit up on the bed, and she would say, "Oh, my legs are sore, my legs are sore." 3 weeks ago, um, so that would be maybe about the ending of December, I noticed that she was sleeping through the night, sleeping through the whole night. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. I also noticed that she takes bigger steps when she walks. She's better at walking. And my sister noticed yesterday that my mother's ankles are no longer swollen. For the past maybe 3, 4 years, she's been having swollen ankles, especially on her left side. And we'd take her to the doctor. She'd mention that to the doctor, and the doctor would say, "Oh, that he kind of attributed to old age, I think, because he never really said that's her heart or whatever." And a couple times her ankles got red; they were inflamed.
Oh,
So the doctor would give her prednisone. But after the prednisone, it would revert back to being swollen again. So I think the patch must be helping her swelling in her ankles. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on this.